James Darren, a name synonymous with Hollywood's golden age of youth, music, and television. From the beachside parties of Gidget to the soulful melodies of Goodbye, Cruel World, this man did it all. But what made him the icon he became, and how did he leave an indelible mark on Hollywood? Today, we'll dive into the fascinating life of James Darren, whose journey began in the heart of the entertainment industry in the 1950s and ended only recently in 2024. Born as James William Ercolani on June 8, 1936, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the future star started his journey far from Hollywood's limelight. Raised in a humble Italian-American family, young James dreamt of the silver screen, longing to break into the film industry. By the late 1950s, that dream was realized when he signed with Columbia Pictures and adopted the stage name James Darren. At just 23 years old, he landed his breakout role in Gidget, 1959, starring alongside Sandra Dee. This film didn't just make him a household name. It introduced him to a global audience and marked the beginning of his long and diverse career. While his on-screen persona was winning hearts, Darren's voice was doing the same in the music industry. In 1961, he released his chart-topping single, Goodbye, Cruel World. The song became an instant hit, propelling Darren into the world of teen pop idols. With his smooth vocals and boyish charm, he captured the hearts of young fans everywhere. His other hits, including Her Royal Majesty and Conscience, solidified his dual career as both a film star and a pop sensation. Darren wasn't just a pretty face, he had the voice and talent to back it up. Hollywood Films and the Time Tunnel. After his success in the 1950s and early 1960s, James Darren transitioned into more mature roles. In 1961, he starred in The Guns of Navarone, a World War II classic that showcased his acting range. By this time, he had shed his teen idol image and was being recognized as a serious actor. But his most memorable role in the late 60s came in the science fiction series The Time Tunnel, 1966 to 1967. Darren played Dr. Anthony Newman, a scientist trapped in time, showcasing a new dimension to his acting career. Although the show lasted only one season, it gained a cult following, cementing Darren's status as a TV star. In the 1980s, he starred as Officer James Corrigan alongside William Shatner in the hit police drama T.J. Hooker, 1983 to 1986. This role introduced him to a whole new generation of viewers, showcasing his versatility as an actor in the action-packed world of police work. And in the 1990s, Darren entered the world of Star Trek, playing the beloved character Vic Fontaine, a holographic lounge singer on Star Trek Deep Space Nine. His performances brought elegance and nostalgia to the show, giving fans yet another reason to adore him. His smooth, Sinatra-like voice made him a fan favorite, and it was a role that allowed Darren to blend his love for music and acting into one unforgettable character. Beyond the lights and cameras, James Darren was a loving family man. He married his first wife, Gloria Terlitsky, in 1955 and had a son, James Jr. Although the marriage ended, Darren found lasting love with his second wife, Evie Norland, a former Miss Denmark. Together, they raised a family, all while Darren continued his dynamic career in Hollywood. Throughout his journey, Darren remained grounded and dedicated to his craft. He was more than just a teen idol or TV star. He was an entertainer in the truest sense, with a career that spanned more than 6 decades. Somber music plays with a photo montage of Darren's life and achievements. On September 2, 2024, James Darren passed away at the age of 88. His death marked the end of an era, but his legacy lives on in the hearts of those who grew up watching him on screen, listening to his music, and admiring his charm. From his breakout in Gidget to his unforgettable role as Vic Fontaine, James Darren gave the world a lifetime of performances that will never be forgotten. He may be gone, but the legend of James Darren will live on in Hollywood history. Which role of James Darren touched your heart the most? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories of Hollywood's greatest legends. Rebecca Cheptegei was born on October 21, 1996, in Kapchorwa, Uganda. She comes from a family with a strong athletic background, and her running career was influenced by the high-altitude training environment of her home region. Cheptegei began her career competing in local and regional events, quickly gaining recognition for her talent and endurance. International success. she made her mark on the international stage with strong performances in various global competitions. Notably, she competed in the 10,000 meters and 5,000 meters events, where she showcased her prowess. World Championships. She achieved significant success in the World Athletics Championships, earning medals and setting personal bests. Olympics. Cheptegei competed in the Olympic Games, representing Uganda with distinction. Record-breaking. Known for setting records and pushing the boundaries in long-distance running, Cheptegei made her mark as one of the top athletes in her field. Death. Rebecca Cheptegei passed away on September 5, 2024, at the age of 33.
Today, we celebrate the life and legacy of a true musical genius, Sergio Mendes. A legend who brought the rhythms of Brazil to the world stage, blending bossa nova with funk, jazz, and pop, to create a sound that transcended borders and generations. Join us as we explore the incredible journey of Sergio Mendes, a true timeless legend. Here's a detailed step-by-step guide on Sergio Mendes' life, career, and achievements for your YouTube video. Early life and beginnings, 1941 to 1960s. Birth and background. Sergio Santos Mendes was born on February 11, 1941, in Niterói, Brazil. He grew up in Rio de Janeiro and was influenced by the rich musical heritage of bossa nova and samba that surrounded him. Musical training. Mendes studied classical piano, but was increasingly drawn to the emerging bossa nova movement in the late 1950s. His passion for blending Brazilian rhythms with jazz laid the foundation for his future career. Early bands. Mendes formed his first group, Sexteto Bossa Rio, in the early 1960s, performing and recording bossa nova music. Rise to fame with Brazil 66, 1966 to 1970s. Formation of Brazil 66. In 1966, Mendes formed his iconic group Brazil 66, which combined bossa nova with pop, jazz, and funk influences. The group quickly gained international recognition. Breakthrough hit Mas Que Nada. Their breakthrough hit, a cover of Jorge Benjor's Mas Que Nada, became an international sensation. It was the first song sung entirely in Portuguese to achieve worldwide success. Hit albums. Albums like Herb Alpert Presents Sergio Mendes in Brazil 66 and Equinox showcased their unique sound. The group became a household name in the US with songs such as The Look of Love, which was nominated for a Grammy. Collaboration with Herb Alpert. Mendes' partnership with Herb Alpert helped him achieve mainstream success in the US, and his albums were produced under Alpert's A&M Records. Continued success and evolution. 1970s to 1980s. Cristina Leparais joins. In the early 1970s, Mendes' wife Cristina Leparais joined the group as a vocalist, further enhancing their sound. Shift in style. As the music scene evolved, Mendes shifted from pure bossa nova to incorporate funk, jazz, and disco elements, keeping his sound fresh and relevant. Hits in the 1980s. His hit Never Gonna Let You Go, released in 1983, became a major pop success, demonstrating his versatility and ability to adapt to changing musical tastes. Hack 4, renewed fame in the 2000s. Collaboration with Black Eyed Peas, 2006. Mendes experienced a resurgence in the 2000s, when he collaborated with the Black Eyed Peas on a re-recording of Mas Que Nada. The track introduced his music to a new generation. Academy Award nomination, 2012. Mendes was nominated for an Oscar for Best Original Song in 2012 for his co-writing work on Real in Rio, featured in the animated film Rio. This nomination highlighted his enduring relevance in both Brazilian and global music. Throughout his career, Mendes worked with a wide range of artists from different genres, including Stevie Wonder, will.i.am, and Justin Timberlake. His music crossed cultural and generational boundaries. Touring and global presence. Mendes continued to tour internationally, especially in the US, where he was widely recognized for his contributions to both Brazilian and global music. More than 55 albums. Over his extensive career, Mendes released more than 55 albums, earning multiple accolades, Grammy Awards, and chart-topping hits. His ability to evolve musically ensured his longevity in the music industry. Herb Alpert Presents Sergio Mendes and Brazil 66, 1966, Equinox 1967, Stillness 1970, Sergio Mendes and the New Brazil 77, 1977, Confetti 1984, Timeless 2006. Mendes won several Grammy Awards for his contributions to Latin and pop music. Oscar nomination. In 2012, his work on the Rio soundtrack earned him an Academy Award nomination for Real in Rio. Latin Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. He received numerous Lifetime Achievement Awards acknowledging his influence on Latin and global music. Marriage to Gracinha Leparais. Mendes married Gracinha Leparais, who became an integral part of his musical journey, performing with him for over 50 years. Their collaboration, both personally and professionally, was a defining element of Mendes' career. Sergio Mendes passed away on September 5, 2024, at the age of 83. His death marked the end of an era for Brazilian music, but his legacy continues to live through his timeless compositions and the inspiration he provided to future generations of musicians.
Alberto Kenya Fujimori Inamoto, born on July 26, 1938, in Lima, Peru, was a highly controversial figure who served as the president of Peru from 1990 to 2000. His dramatic rise to power, economic reforms, and authoritarian governance, along with accusations of corruption and human rights violations, have left a complex legacy in Peruvian history. Early life. Fujimori was born to Japanese immigrant parents in Lima. His academic background was in agriculture and engineering, which set the foundation for his early career as a professor and researcher. This technical background later differentiated him from other politicians when he decided to enter the political arena. Political rise. In 1990, Fujimori entered Peru's presidential race unexpectedly. At the time, Peru was facing severe economic instability and internal conflict due to the rise of guerrilla groups like Shining Path. With his newly formed party, Cambio 90, Fujimori appealed to voters by portraying himself as an outsider who could fix the country's problems. His surprise victory over author Mario Vargas Llosa marked the beginning of a controversial decade in power. Presidency, 1990 to 2000. During his tenure, Fujimori implemented sweeping economic reforms that helped stabilize Peru's economy, which was plagued by hyperinflation. His government also waged a brutal campaign against guerrilla groups, notably Shining Path. While his efforts significantly reduced violence in the country, they also led to widespread human rights violations. In 1992, Fujimori dissolved Congress in a self-coup and began ruling with near-absolute power, enacting authoritarian measures that curtailed political freedoms. By the late 1990s, Fujimori's government became engulfed in corruption scandals involving his intelligence chief, Vladimiro Montesinos, who was found to be orchestrating illegal activities like arms trafficking and bribery. Fujimori fled to Japan in 2000 amid growing protests and resigned from the presidency while abroad. In 2005, he was arrested in Chile and extradited to Peru, where he was convicted of corruption and human rights abuses in 2007. Despite his achievements in stabilizing the economy and defeating guerrilla insurgencies, Fujimori's legacy is deeply marred by his autocratic style of rule and human rights violations. His controversial pardon in 2017, granted on health grounds, sparked further debate over his impact on Peru's political landscape. Alberto Fujimori passed away on September 11, 2024, at the age of 86 in Lima, Peru. James Earl Jones was born on January 17, 1931, in Arkabutla, Mississippi. Raised by his grandparents, Jones developed a severe stutter as a child, which made him nearly mute for years. However, with the help of a teacher, he overcame this challenge and went on to study drama at the University of Michigan, where his love for acting truly began. Military service. In 1953, Jones joined the U.S. Army during the Korean War. He served as an officer, primarily in a medical unit, before returning to civilian life. His military experience instilled discipline and leadership skills, which he later credited for shaping his acting career. 1953 to 1972, early roles and acclaim. Jones began his acting journey in theater. His breakthrough came with the play The Great White Hope, 1967, in which he played the lead role of Jack Johnson, a black boxer. The performance won him a Tony Award and brought him widespread acclaim, solidifying his status as a major talent on stage and screen. 1973 to 1983, rise to prominence. In the 1970s and early 80s, Jones transitioned into more prominent film roles, including Claudine, 1974, and Roots, The Next Generations, 1979. However, his most iconic role came in 1977 when he voiced Darth Vader in Star Wars, a role that would cement him in cinematic history. 1985 to 1999. Established career. Throughout the late 80s and 90s, Jones continued to build an illustrious career with memorable roles in films such as Field of Dreams, 1989, and The Hunt for Red October, 1990. He also voiced Mufasa in Disney's The Lion King, 1994, further showcasing his unmatched vocal talent. He won multiple accolades during this period, including an honorary Academy Award in 2011 for his lifetime achievements. During the 2000s, Jones became known for his versatility. He returned to Broadway, earning another Tony nomination, and continued his work in film, television, and voice acting. His roles in commercials, narration, and stage performances kept him at the forefront of the entertainment industry. 2010 to 2022, later career and retirement. Even in his later years, Jones remained active. He reprised his role as Mufasa in the 2019 live-action Lion King and continued making guest appearances in television series and films. In 2022, Jones officially announced his retirement from voicing Darth Vader, marking the end of a significant chapter in his career. Personal life. James Earl Jones married actress Cecilia Hart in 1982, and they had one son, Flynn. Hart passed away in 2016 after battling cancer. Despite personal struggles, Jones remained a beloved figure for his humility, warmth, and dedication to his craft. James Earl Jones passed away peacefully on September 9, 2024, at his home in Pawling, New York, at the age of 93. Frankie Beverly was born into a musical family in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in December 1946. From a young age, he was drawn to music, starting his first singing group as a teenager. Influenced by doo-wop, gospel, and R&B, Beverly honed his craft in local clubs and venues. In the late 1960s, he formed a band called the Butlers, which gained local recognition. It wasn't until the 1970s that Beverly's career took off when he founded the group Maze. Their unique blend of soul, funk, and R&B captivated audiences. With hits like Before I Let Go and Joy and Pain, Maze became a household name in the late 70s and 80s, making Beverly a leading figure in the soul music scene. Death. Frankie Beverly passed away on September 10, 2024, at the age of 77. Will Jennings, born on June 27, 1944, in Kilgore, Texas, was an acclaimed American songwriter, best known for his contributions to some of the most iconic songs in music history. His career spanned various genres, including pop, rock, and country. Will Jennings started his career in the 1970s, initially as a college professor before venturing into songwriting full-time. He gained recognition for his ability to craft powerful lyrics that resonated with audiences across genres. His work covered a range of emotions and topics, making him one of the most sought-after lyricists in the music industry. Albums and hits. Jennings collaborated with numerous artists and bands throughout his career, writing or co-writing major hits. He is perhaps best known for penning the lyrics to My Heart Will Go On, performed by Celine Dion for the Titanic soundtrack. This song became a global phenomenon and solidified Jennings' place in music history. His other notable works include Higher Love by Steve Winwood, Up Where We Belong by Joe Cocker and Jennifer Warnes, and Looks Like We Made It by Barry Manilow. Jennings' work earned him numerous accolades, including multiple Grammy Awards, an Academy Award for Best Original Song, My Heart Will Go On, and Golden Globe Awards. His ability to create unforgettable lyrics earned him the respect of his peers and the admiration of fans worldwide. Will Jennings passed away on September 6, 2024, at the age of 80 in Tyler, Texas. Peter Renaday, born on June 9, 1935, was a beloved American character actor and voice artist whose career spanned over 6 decades. Known for his versatility and memorable voice, he left an indelible mark on television, film, radio, stage, and theme parks. Peter Renaday's remarkable career included over 200 roles across TV, film, radio, and stage. He began acting in the 1960s and quickly became known for his ability to voice a wide range of characters. His deep, authoritative voice made him a favorite for animated shows, video games, and theme parks. Renaday appeared in various TV shows and films. From guest spots on classic television series to major roles in animated films, his presence was felt across many genres. He brought life to countless characters, from superheroes to historical figures, demonstrating his incredible range. Video games. Renaday's voice was also prominent in video games, where he continued to bring iconic characters to life. His work extended the reach of his talent to new generations of fans, especially in the era of gaming's rise in pop culture. Death. Peter Renaday passed away on September 8, 2024, in Burbank, California, at the age of 89. His passing marked the end of an era for fans of animation, theme parks, and voice acting. Renaday's contributions to entertainment, particularly in iconic roles like Splinter and Abraham Lincoln, leave behind a lasting legacy. Dan Morgenstern was born in Germany, but immigrated to the United States in the early 1940s. He developed a deep passion for jazz, and by the 1950s, he began his career as a jazz critic and writer. Morgenstern contributed to several notable publications, including Downbeat, Metronome, and Jazz Journal. Over the years, he became the director of the Institute of Jazz Studies at Rutgers University, where he played a crucial role in preserving jazz history and guiding the next generation of jazz scholars. His work as an editor, writer, and historian brought attention to numerous jazz artists, both well-known and underappreciated. Morgenstern's lifelong dedication to jazz wasn't just professional, but deeply personal. He was a passionate advocate for the music and the culture surrounding it. His tireless efforts to document and share the stories of jazz legends cemented his reputation as one of the foremost authorities in the genre. Grammy Awards for Best Album Notes. Dan Morgenstern won 8 Grammy Awards for Best Album Notes, a testament to his unmatched ability to capture the essence of jazz and communicate it in a way that resonated with both casual listeners and experts. His album notes not only provided historical context, but also conveyed his deep love for the music. Greg Harden, 1948-1949, September 12, 2024, was an influential American life coach, motivational speaker, and executive consultant, renowned for his work with top-tier athletes like Tom Brady, Desmond Howard, and Michael Phelps. Harden was instrumental in helping them overcome challenges and achieve exceptional success in both their professional and personal lives. He developed a unique personal improvement program that gained recognition in the world of sports. His methods were credited with shaping the mental and emotional fortitude of these athletes, including 7-time Super Bowl champion Brady and 23-time Olympic gold medalist Phelps. Desmond Howard, the Heisman Trophy winner and Super Bowl MVP, also praised Harden for his role in his personal development. In 2014, Harden's work was highlighted in a 60-minute segment showcasing his profound impact on athletes' mental conditioning. In August 2023, Harden published his first book, Stay Sane in an Insane World: How to Control the Controllables and Thrive. The book became a bestseller on Amazon and also charted on the New York Times and USA Today bestseller lists, reflecting his wide influence beyond the sports world. Greg Harden passed away on September 12, 2024, at the age of 75. His legacy lives on through the countless individuals he mentored and inspired throughout his career. Pravin Gordhan was born in Durban, South Africa, on the 12th of April, 1949. He completed his schooling at Sastry College in 1967. Gordhan pursued higher education at the University of Durban, Westville, where he earned a Bachelor of Pharmacy degree in 1973. After completing his pharmacy internship at King Edward VIII Hospital in 1974, he continued working there until 1981. Early political activism. Pravin Gordhan's political activism began during his time at university, where he was involved in the South African Students' Organization, SASO, and the Natal Indian Congress, NIC. His involvement in anti-apartheid activities led to his participation in underground movements like the African National Congress, ANC, where he played a key role in organizing protests and strikes against the apartheid regime. Gordhan was actively involved in the struggle for liberation and the establishment of democratic governance in South Africa. His political activism led to his arrest and detention during the apartheid era. Despite the challenges, Gordhan remained committed to the cause, working alongside prominent activists to bring about change in the country. After the end of apartheid, Pravin Gordhan emerged as a key figure in South Africa's post-apartheid government. He was appointed as Commissioner of the South African Revenue Service, SARS, in 1999, where he played a critical role in reforming the country's tax system and improving revenue collection. In 2009, Gordhan was appointed as Minister of Finance by President Jacob Zuma. He served in this position until 2014, during which time he gained a reputation for being a fiscally responsible leader, implementing measures to stabilize the economy and manage public finances effectively. He was reappointed as finance minister in 2015, but faced political pressure, particularly from factions aligned with President Zuma. Despite the challenges, Gordhan was praised for his integrity and dedication to transparency in governance. In 2017, Gordhan was removed from his position as finance minister by President Zuma in a controversial cabinet reshuffle. However, in 2018, under President Cyril Ramaphosa's administration, he was appointed as Minister of Public Enterprises, where he was tasked with overseeing the reform of state-owned enterprises, including Eskom, the national electricity utility. Death. Pravin Gordhan passed away on the 13th of September 2024 in Johannesburg, Gauteng, South Africa at the age of 75. His death marked the end of a long and distinguished career in both politics and public service. He was remembered as a dedicated public servant who contributed significantly to South Africa's democratic transformation and economic management.
In this video, we dive into the extraordinary life of Michaela de Prince, a world-renowned ballerina who defied all odds. From surviving the horrors of war in Sierra Leone to captivating audiences on the grand stages of the Dutch National Ballet, Michaela's journey is one of resilience, determination, and unmatched talent. Join us as we explore her incredible rise to fame, the challenges she overcame, and the legacy she leaves behind after her untimely passing at the age of 29. De Prince, born Mabinti Bangura on January 6, 1995, in Sierra Leone, is a renowned ballerina and an inspiration to many, known for her resilience and dedication to dance despite facing numerous hardships. Michaela de Prince was born during the Sierra Leone Civil War. Orphaned at a young age, she was sent to an orphanage where she was often mistreated due to a skin condition called vitiligo, which caused patches of her skin to lose pigmentation. She was labeled as the devil's child by caregivers, further isolating her from the other children. Despite these hardships, Michaela found solace in a magazine photo of a ballerina that she discovered while at the orphanage. This image inspired her lifelong dream to become a dancer. In 1999, she was adopted by an American couple, Elaine and Charles de Prince, and moved to the United States, where she was able to pursue her passion for ballet. Michaela de Prince began her ballet training in the U.S. and quickly gained recognition for her talent. She trained at the Rock School for Dance Education in Philadelphia and participated in various ballet competitions. Her rise to prominence came when she was featured in the 2011 documentary First Position, which followed several young dancers competing in the Youth America Grand Prix. She made her professional debut with the Dance Theater of Harlem and later joined the Dutch National Ballet in Amsterdam in 2013. Michaela quickly rose through the ranks, becoming a soloist and performing in iconic ballets such as The Nutcracker, Giselle, and Swan Lake. As a member of the Dutch National Ballet, Michaela de Prince became an influential figure, breaking barriers as one of the few black ballerinas in the world of classical ballet. Her performances were celebrated for their technical precision, emotional depth, and grace. She became a role model for aspiring dancers, especially those from underrepresented backgrounds. In addition to her work with the Dutch National Ballet, Michaela was involved in advocacy for greater diversity in ballet and the arts. She often spoke about the challenges she faced as a black ballerina and the importance of representation in the dance world. Michaela de Prince was known not only for her talent, but also for her resilience and dedication to helping others. In her personal life, she continued to support causes related to adoption, education, and opportunities for children in war-torn regions, especially in Sierra Leone. Sadly, Michaela de Prince passed away on September 12, 2024, at the age of 29. Her death marked the end of a remarkable journey from war-torn Sierra Leone to the world's most prestigious ballet stages.
Franca Bettoia, an iconic Italian actress known for her unforgettable roles in cinema and her groundbreaking contributions to women's Freemasonry. Born on May 14, 1936, in Rome, Italy, Bettoia's journey from the world of arts to activism is one of passion, talent, and dedication. Franca Bettoia was born into an upper-class family in Rome. Her early love for the arts led her to study dance at the prestigious Teatro dell'Opera di Roma. In 1955, she made her film debut in Un palco all'opera, directed by Ciro Marcellini. But it was her breakout role in 1958's A Man of Straw, starring alongside Pietro Germi, that gained her widespread recognition. This role earned her a nomination for the Grolla d'Oro for Best Actress, marking her as a rising star in Italian cinema. Bettoia was recognized for her talent in dramatic roles, and in 1962, she was nominated for the Nastro d'Argento Award for Best Supporting Actress in Day by Day, Desperately. However, she became a prominent figure in adventure and genre films, starring in many sword and sandal epics of the time. One of her most memorable roles was opposite Vincent Price in the 1964 horror science fiction film The Last Man on Earth, the first adaptation of Richard Matheson's novel I Am Legend. In 1963, Franca began a long relationship with renowned Italian actor Ugo Tognazzi. They married in 1972 and had two children, Maria Sole Tognazzi, a respected film director, and Gianmarco Tognazzi, a talented actor. Together, they formed a powerhouse family in the Italian film industry. Beyond her film career, Franca Bettoia was also a trailblazer for women's rights. In 1975, she and her mother founded the Gran Loggia Femminile d'Italia, the first Italian Masonic organization exclusively for women, which was officially recognized by the Grand Orient of Italy. Her work in this space broke new ground and remains an essential part of her legacy. Franca Bettoia lived a full life, contributing immensely to Italian cinema and society. She passed away on September 13, 2024, in her hometown of Rome at the age of 88. Her influence, both on screen and off, will continue to inspire future generations. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more timeless stories of cinema legends. Welcome to today's video, where we honor the life and legacy of Tito Jackson, one of the founding members of the iconic Jackson 5. From his early days growing up in Gary, Indiana, to rising to global fame alongside his brothers, Tito left an indelible mark on the world of music. Sadly, on September 15, 2024, we lost this legendary figure at the age of 70. In this video, we'll take a closer look at his remarkable journey, his contributions to music history, and how he shaped the sound of pop and R&B. Let's celebrate the life of Tito Jackson, his talent, his passion, and the unforgettable legacy he leaves behind. Toriano Adderell, Tito Jackson, was born on October 15, 1953, in Gary, Indiana, USA, to Joseph and Catherine Jackson. He grew up in a large musical family and was one of the 9 Jackson siblings, including Michael and Janet Jackson. His father, Joseph Jackson, played a significant role in managing his children's musical careers. Tito's interest in music began early, and he taught himself to play the guitar, leading to his participation in the family band. Tito Jackson first gained fame as a member of the Jackson 5, alongside his brothers Jackie, Jermaine, Marlon, and Michael. Formed in 1964, the group signed with Motown Records in 1969 and quickly achieved worldwide success with hit songs like I Want You Back, ABC, and I'll Be There. The Jackson 5 became one of the most successful pop groups of all time, helping to shape the Motown sound of the 1970s. After leaving Motown in 1975, the Jackson 5, renamed the Jacksons, continued to release successful albums under Epic Records. Tito continued his role as guitarist and vocalist, contributing to hits such as Shake Your Body, Down to the Ground, and Can You Feel It? Tito Jackson took a different path from his brothers, opting not to pursue a solo career during the height of the Jacksons' fame. However, he remained active in the music industry, working as a producer and developing artists, including his sons who formed the group 3T. It wasn't until 2003 that Tito officially launched his solo career. He began performing as a blues musician, drawing on his love of the genre. In 2016, he released his debut solo album, Tito Time, which featured a mix of R&B and pop, marking his first solo foray into the recording world. The album produced a few notable singles, including Get It Baby, featuring Big Daddy Kane. Tito Jackson has been involved in various other projects. He has participated in Jackson family reunions and tours, including the Jacksons' Unity Tour in 2012. Tito also appeared in television shows and documentaries about his famous family, helping to keep the Jackson legacy alive. Tito Jackson passed away on September 15, 2024, at the age of 70. As a key member of the Jackson 5, his contribution to music, particularly during the Motown era, left a lasting impact on the global pop and R&B scenes. John David Souther, November 2, 1945, September 17, 2024, was a celebrated American singer, songwriter, and actor, renowned for his contributions to the country rock genre and his influential role in shaping the sound of the 1970s and 1980s. Souther was a key figure behind some of the most iconic songs recorded by Linda Ronstadt and the Eagles, making him a defining force in American music. Souther was highly regarded for his songwriting talents, having co-written some of the Eagles' greatest hits. His notable contributions include chart-topping songs such as Best of My Love, Victim of Love, Heartache Tonight, which won a Grammy Award, New Kid in Town. One of his early compositions, How Long, was featured on the Eagles' Long Road Out of Eden album, though it originally appeared on Souther's debut solo album in 1972. These collaborations helped shape the signature sound of country rock, blending emotional lyricism with melodic instrumentals. While Souther's success as a songwriter was undeniable, he also achieved individual recognition as a solo artist. His 1979 hit, You're Only Lonely, reached the top of the charts, becoming a signature song of his career. He followed up with Her Town 2, 1981, a duet with James Taylor, which further cemented his reputation as a talented singer in his own right. Acting career. In addition to his music career, Souther had several acting roles, most notably in the television series 30-something and Nashville, which showcased his versatility as an entertainer. John David Souther passed away on September 17, 2024, at the age of 78, leaving behind a legacy of timeless music that continues to resonate with fans and musicians alike. His contributions to the Eagles and the broader world of country rock ensure that his influence will be felt for generations to come.